Hey, what's up, guys? I know it's been quite a long time since the last video. I think when I was checking the other day, it's been about a month. But be honest, everything going on in the world right now, like everything's kind of crazy. I've been cooped up in the house for pretty much 2 months now. At this point, it's like motivation and stuff's coming at a very low quantity lately, but we're gonna push through and smash through this lazy wall we got going on. And I figured, why not no better time when everyone's been talking about the year, like Mortal Kombat's been out for a year now. Everyone's talking about their expectations for what's to come in the next year, like Combat Pack 2, which I've already done a video on who I would hope to see in the second Combat Pack. You can go check that out after you're done on this one. And but there's something I want to talk about, and it's like kind of like system / mechanical changes I would love to see kind of implemented into the next year of Mortal Kombat, since NRS is talking about they're going to support 11 for way longer than they've done like X or Injustice 2. This plans on being a longer sustaining game, so figured if they're gonna be trying to support it for a while, why not implement a little few changes. And one of them that I've been wanting since the very beginning of like Combat League and ranked and everything is allow us, like, you don't like, no, let me rephrase that. Allow us to have a custom variation rank mode. Now, it doesn't have to be integrated in with the actual ranked mode. There are other games that have like character ranks and stuff, so you could have here's your custom variation rank, here's how high you've gone with that, and then here's the tournament variation rank, because there are a lot of people that play this game that just, they want to use their custom variations. They got a character they like, but they're not able to use the abilities that they've grown to love in ranked mode because it's locked behind the tournament variations. So let those people go, like, climb some ranks. There's a ton of characters I would actually like to try out, like with their custom variations. Like Baraka's got some moves I would love to try that I don't necessarily get a mix in with the tournament variations. Raiden I would definitely try, like going through he's got some moves that actually look pretty cool, but you don't get to use them in the custom variation, or I mean you don't get to use them in the tournament variation. There are a few, like it would open up a new paths for, at least for me, and I'm sure others. It'd be like, oh yeah, this is a character I never thought of picking up, and they got some cool moves, let me try them out. Maybe now we have a new favorite or a main. Like, me even going through a lot of these moves this morning, there's not a lot that are really like would break the game if they were in ranked or anything, or allowed to switch it up. I mean, there's of course Terminator with his super armor, but lock a move like that out, just be like, you can use every one of his moves but that one, and it'd be great. Like, I will go use Terminator with a teleport and a couple other moves. Like, there's so many characters. Spawn has a bunch that would be really cool to use if I can get over to him, other than just like, it'd be nice to have like some of his gun moves integrated in with like the chain that goes across the ground and pops someone in the air. Like, give us more creativity and choices in our characters, and I think people would actually really appreciate it. And you might be surprised, you might see a lot more people in a custom ranked mode instead of just the regular Combat League mode. And then like right off into that, the one change I would like to see in Combat League is the option, like the better like rewards. Like a lot of the rewards you see, it's like, oh, it's the same costume you got, but it's a palette swap of the colors. Like, if like save, like maybe even like have a separate tier for God or Elder God. Be like, you hit Demigod, here's a special color, but if you hit God or Elder God, you get like this sweet looking skin. Like, if you look over on Noob, he's got one of the best skins in the game right now, the Batman Who Laughs. But if you had something not necessarily like a DC type skin, but something that looks as cool as like this, but it's limited to you have to hit God or Elder God, I think a lot of people would actually stick around and try to rank up in the mode, because a lot of people, like I have some friends myself, and I'm kind of guilty of it as well, once you hit the tier of the skin you want, as soon as you hit that, you just kind of bounce and quit playing. And this would be another thing to keep people involved, keep grinding out, keep playing the game, and then you might actually end up once you hit those higher echelon tiers. Okay, you might actually enjoy the competition you're getting, and it would motivate you to try to get better and even maybe join some tournaments or something. And another thing, the daily challenges and stuff, like I would love to see something different besides play 5 Combat League sets a day, here's your reward. Like, have different daily ones, like the month, like the whole season ones, those aren't like that bad, like perform uppercuts, spill blood and stuff, they're kind of all samey. I would love to see a change on those, but at least the daily ones, like you log in on one day, it's like perform 3 brutalities while playing, oh, and then you get this reward. Okay, cool. Or win like 3 matches without losing a round, or perform or play 1 match where you actually go flawless for a round. That way, like, you go, okay, I got this challenge, I'm gonna try and get it, instead of, oh, I played my 5, I'm gonna log off for the day. See you guys, I got my dailies in. It kind of turns into like MMO grindiness, where it's like, oh, well, I go in. I even see people call the 5 sets a day. Yeah, I got on Mortal Kombat, I did my dailies, and then I logged off. A lot of people tend to do that, and if you're trying to keep people playing your game past the first year, outside of getting them back in with like Combat Pack 2 or even 3 characters, this might be the way to go. Another thing that I think would be really cool as well is, like, if you're in a Combat League set and you're playing the person, it's a really good match, like things are really close and you're both like enjoying fighting each other. At the end of the rank set, give us the option to continue, like if I want to keep fighting the person, or I want to learn that, like, this person's got a really good Kung Lao, I suck against Kung Lao, I'd really love to keep learning the matchup. Give us the option then to, like, just hit one of the instead of like next match, be like continue into a casual setting, so you can keep either attempting to run it back, keep going set after set, or if like you play each other and you're like, you know what, let's do a first to 10, I've really been enjoying going at it with you, just like go right into a casual setting. That way you two can keep playing all you want. No one has to keep losing points. Like, no one is like basically essentially getting farmed for Combat League points to rank up. You just friendly, casual, laid back setting. Now you just keep running it back. You fight each other, and you never know, you could actually end up with a good friend after it. I think it'd be really cool to have the option to continue fighting in a casual setting after you do the Combat League set. Pretty much all my changes right now are going to be Combat League related, or at least in a ranked setting, because like I'll give NetherRealm credit, like a lot of the stuff like outside of online play they've nailed, and besides maybe a little bit of like the tower modifiers, but it's like that's one of those where it's like there's so much other content you don't even have to mess with the towers. Another change I would love implemented, kind of like my pet peeve and gripe, is, and I know a lot of people have already said this, allow a an option, like just give us control of the option. Like, you necessarily don't have to just like bar everyone out. If I don't want to play against Wi-Fi connections, let me just say, either give me the option to say no matter what the ping is, because 100, like, to be able to get like you have to hit the 150 to say no kind of sucks in itself, even for wired connections. Like, we've all felt that rage where it's like the match pops up and it's like a Wi-Fi and it's 148 and you just have that tick like, what kind of crap am I getting myself into, because I have to play this match now. But the netcode in this game, fantastic. It's one of the best for like all the fight, like you go like Grand Blue, Drago, like at least the netcode is solid. But if someone's connection isn't solid, it doesn't matter how good the netcode is, you're gonna have a bad time. And it's not even necessarily that the Wi-Fi connections are bad, but if it starts to stutter even a little, like you're playing all of a sudden, boom, stutter, it's the whole match is kind of where now you're playing frustrated. At least in my case, like whenever I deal with a bad connection, I get aggravated, I start playing dumb, I just start making like rage moves and stuff, where it's like I just want this match to be over with. But if you let the people have the choice on whether they play those Wi-Fi matches or not, some people love playing them. Like, some people, like in my area, like every Wi-Fi person's great. I am not privileged to live in an area like that. Or even if we can't avoid them, tighten up the matchmaking to where it's like, we're not going to throw you a person with 100 ping or higher until you've been searching for like 3 minutes. Because at least like every time I go to play this match or stream it, or this match, every time I try to play this game or stream it, it's you hit the search for a match and within like 15 seconds, boom, match, boom, match, boom, match. Like, you don't have trouble finding matches. Like other games, like you hit search and you're in the training mode messing around for 5 minutes and then, oh, I finally got a match and they declined and I have to wait another 10 minutes. That's not the issue with Mortal Kombat. I would gladly wait an extra 15 to 30 seconds for a better quality match. And that leads into my other thing too, where it's like fighting people in your same rank. We've all had the match where someone pops up that's like 1,000 league points higher than you, so it's like, oh, if I win, I gain 100, 150, I have everything to gain, they have nothing to gain from it. It's like, oh, well, I win, I get 150, he wins, he gets 10 points, and it sucks. Like, it sucks on both ends. Like, oh, it's awesome when you can, like, steal the points, you're like, oh, yeah, I win up, this could save me a few matches, but it also sucks when you're on the receiving end of it, where it's like, oh, I have to play this guy. If I win, I get 10, 15 points. If I lose 50. Like, it's a demoralizing feeling going into the match when you already know you're playing for nothing. You got to play out of your butt to make sure you don't lose 50 points. And you also got to play out of your butt to gain 10 or 15. It's like, oh, thanks, guys. Lovely. Like, that goes into my, like, I would gladly wait an extra 30 seconds just to have someone right around my point range where it's like every time we're playing, I'm playing to lose 40 points and I'm playing to win 50 or 60. There's plenty of people playing this game, and if I have to wait 30 seconds to a minute to get someone around my like point value, I would gladly wait, knowing that we're both playing for something instead of one person playing for everything and the other person's just playing to not lose a crap ton of points. For my last thing, like, it's kind of like, it's a no biggie if it doesn't get thrown in, but it'd be really cool to see. Like, going into year 2, it would be awesome to see, like, at least like a couple, maybe a handful of more stages getting thrown in. I would love to see the pit come back. I'm always a sucker for the pit. Or if we don't get new stages, maybe, like, I know it's probably a lot of work for the dev team, but it'd be really cool to see, at least maybe like for a select few stages where it's easy to do, bringing back stage fatalities. Like, speaking of the pit, it's always great when you win a match and you just like hit that dude with the uppercut, send him all the way down, bouncing off of the blades and then just landing into a pit of spikes and just seeing him get impaled. You're like, yeah, it's just something to add to the extra, like, just put in a little bit more variety outside of the every character has the 2 fatalities and then the brutalities. Like, oh, then we gotta add in, oh, you do really good on this thing, like, just like throw them into a tree, have the tree eat them, launch them off this bridge, or like the desert base, like pop them up into the air and then just have that tank unleash hell and just like rip them apart with bullets. Like, just something a little extra. Like, it won't make me salty if it never happens, but like one can hope. One can hope. It'd really be cool to see like a few more stages, because like most of the stages in this, they did a fantastic job. Like, building them, they look awesome. Like, the variety's crazy. I'd love to see what they do with even more stages going into the future with 11. And that's pretty much gonna wrap it up, guys. Like, it's short and sweet. It's mainly just a lot of tweaks to Combat League, because that's the majority of what I play when I play online is Combat League. I like that feeling of going up in the ranks and knowing where I stand compared to everyone else that plays. It's just small little extra tweaks that I feel like wouldn't be much work to implement, and I think it would just breathe a lot more life into the game and make it give it a lot more miles to go before eventually we would move into Injustice 3 or Mortal Kombat 12 or whatever else I got planned in the future. But I am excited to see what they bring to the table next. If you enjoyed this video, guys, really appreciate it if you threw a like on it, if you enjoyed the ramblings of this madman, or even subscribe if you want to see more. I got a couple more Mortal Kombat videos, one where I go over what I wish to see in a Combat Pack 2, and then my kind of like wish list roster for a Mortal Kombat 12. So if you guys want to check those out, those will be floating around somewhere on the screen at some point after I shut the hell up. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You can also catch me playing Mortal Kombat Live Monday through Thursday over on Twitch. The link for all that stuff will be down below in the description. And I also want to know what you guys would add or change to Mortal Kombat going into year 2. Is there anything I missed that you would love to see thrown in the game, like a feature you're just like, please, you're like beating down the door at Ed's house begging for this feature or system to be implemented into the game? Till then, guys, appreciate you all hanging out. I will catch you all in the next video.